Welcome back. Welcome back. It's another week. Creator Breakfast Live here. Let's get that up on the screen nice and early so you know where we are. Oh, the live gifs are being dropped already. Hope everyone had a great week. Yeah, I was of two minds of whether I would actually make it to the stream today, but we got here. It's always good. Still, like this beginning of this January, this like first few weeks of 2025 has been very quiet, like on YouTube announcement front, and that streak continues for another week, which is always fun. But I hope everyone had a great week, and let's jump in and see who's here first of all before we dive in. There's some people beforehand. I didn't get everybody early on. It's heavy. It's definitely heavy. Let's start with live on YouTube too. Good morning. Good morning. Kevin Hawthorne is here as well. Oh, you did that interview that you mentioned last week at the Citrus Connection bus terminal in Lakeland with WTSP Channel 10 News. Hope it went well. Also, live on YouTube 1 is here. Creator Classroom in the house as well. Welcome. Shark Scrapper is here. Livestream Consultants is here as well. Chatty Cathy is here. Welcome. Monique is here. 42 degrees. I'm assuming that's Fahrenheit because that would be really hot if it was Celsius. But that's actually quite cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's like down. That's pretty cool. And I got this screen. Get off my screen. Thank you, Ecamm. Get off my screen. Let's see who else is here. Well, Shark Scrapper. We already highlighted Shark Scrapper. Welcome twice. Only Smith is here. Welcome. Anfield Road. Out in the Loftley. How are you? Hope you had a good week. That's everyone so far. People still filing in as they always do, nice and early on a Saturday. What I'd like to remind everybody is this is a Q&A show. So anytime during the show, you can drop a question in the chat with a Q in front. Then I know that's a question for me to address in the chat, which is sort of separate from the rest of the banter that goes on continually through the stream in the chat, because that's, the chat's there for people to chat. That's why it's called chat. And so make sure that if you have something for me, to put a Q in front of it, just so that I don't miss it or it gets lost in the chat. What else was I going to say? Oh, no, hang on. No, that's not the one. This chat is moving. Chantel Hills is in the house. Welcome. Just got to pick up everyone as they're coming in. So this week you might see the sort of, like, with the lack of YouTube news, the lack of YouTube announcements, then we've got to come up with things to talk about. And I saw something on Twitter, and it appears that even Eileen Smith saw that on Twitter too, because she posted it in her messenger group just after I scheduled my stream. I'm like, talking about the same thing. It's the exact same thing. So we're going to talk about sort of YouTube's advice for people who are like starting their channel like in 2025. They're brand new YouTubers, but I think there's some things that we can learn from it and sort of be reminded sometimes of how things work on YouTube and different things. It's really super simple, but it's a nice little guide that you can refer back to anytime during your creator journey. The basic principles of YouTube. So we're going to go through that today. Let me just jump back into the chat. Highlight that first of all. The Q helps me see the question. The other thing that helps me see the question are my glasses, so that's always good. Now I can look into the camera and I can actually read the comments that I put on screen right there. So this one that's right here, I can actually read that clearly now that I'm wearing my glasses during stream. So last few weeks has been very beneficial. Like I can take them off. I can still see the screen. It's not as crisp. The big screens help a little bit. I have to sort of like lean in and look to the side, but reading it straight off the teleprompter, it's a little bit smaller to my liking. So glasses go on, and everything is clear. Even when I look to the sides, everything is clear. So if you need glasses to help you see when you're editing, streaming, whatever, make sure you wear them. Make sure you wear them. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Background music, but not too loud. I'm going to put it down really soft because I know overbearing is never good. Overbearing is never good. All right. Have I missed anybody? Have I missed anybody so far? Shocking. It is shocking. It is shocking. Ollie says, do you think that they wanted to start talking about algorithm because Renee and Todd said to replace it with audience? I'm confused. Yeah. I know what you're referring to. Yeah, because I think it's more common people refer to it as the algorithm. So when you start off, you want to bring people to a place of commonality. So that's why that term, they still use the term. But yeah, you want to, when you think about how it works, you want to definitely replace it with audience. Absolutely. What else have we got here? Frankie over 50 is here in the house. Welcome to the stream. Cool. Yeah, we're getting it there. It was sort of 50-50 where we're actually going to get to stream tonight. But yeah, I pulled my finger out and said, Doug, you got to stream. Okay. People are counting on you. and I was able to formulate something to go through tonight. Is coming into a stream without something, a topic or one point to discuss. Sometimes we can hit one point and discuss it, and it will last us a stream between the banter and the questions in the chat. So it's always good. But I always like to have something up my sleeve, whether it's like the new announcements or news items or something like that to go off. But today, we're gonna dive in and look at that in just a second. I need to close a window here. I can't hear it. That's the music's down too low. I'll just push it up a tad because I don't want to base it on what my in-ear monitors are telling me. I think I can just hear it. Like before, I couldn't hear it anyway, but that's neither here nor there. I don't need to hear it. Okay. There's some discussion here. Here we go. Yeah, Doug, you got to stream. Yeah. This is what I saw. I'm like, I'm being scolded for considering not streaming. Okay. Now that's probably too loud now because I've pushed it up a little more. Doug, don't you hate it when people are counting on you and you don't want them to? Like if I had a valid reason, I would use that valid reason. But yeah, I can see it if yeah. Now I'll push that considerably louder so you can just hear it. Okay, that's probably way too loud. Thank you to create a mix for the music, by the way. I'll drop it there. Let me know. I can go up or down. Okay. I'm on delay, so I'll wait for the chat to catch up with me because obviously I am on delay. Boom. All right. And then I'll pull it back just that fraction of a millimeter, and that should be perfect. I think that song's probably doing something. Okay. All right. Can somebody tell me where we're up to? Well, we're current in the chat, so don't forget, if you've got a question for me, drop a Q in front of it, just so I can see it. Very, very quietly. There was something I was going to discuss. I don't know if it was like last week or the week before, because I think this is like third week in. It is the 18th of January, so I think it is the third week in. There was about to hit the topic. Yeah, we're gonna hit the main topic in just a second. I know because we talked about it probably last week or the week before. We talked about the sort of the shout out. I know Larry was talking about it. A few other people talking about it. The shout out from Vid at the end of the vidIQ video. I think this was one of their first ones they posted in January, in the new year. So they got the shout out right at the end of the video, and it was like a challenge. There was sort of a challenge to it in because they covered a lot of like it was like a bit of a recap of YouTube features and announcements in 2024 and also what's coming in 2025. And Rob sort of said that if there's anybody who knows if we've missed anything, it will be Doug. And I'm like, and when I heard it, I'm like, is that a challenge? Is that a challenge? So I did put together a list. I was going to turn it into a video, but I've just my time has been crazy so far this year in actually, being able to do that. So I was wondering whether I'd do it as like part of a live stream or whether I'd do it as a short. I'm thinking of putting together as like a short, so I can like grab the clip where he just said that and then put that at the start of the short as like a teaser, and then just like I've got them grouped in areas like live stream related things and shorts related things and so forth. So I probably going to do it as a short. But if at some point we run out of things to talk about, or if there's still no YouTube news next week, then we might use that instead. But we're going to jump in a second and actually hit hit a bit of today's topic. Let's jump in the chat because I believe Dimmy Hard is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I sort of did make it a challenge, I'm like, challenge accepted, Wanderer AUS, good to see you here again, 2 weeks in a row. I think I actually saw you on one of the aviation live streams. Who was it? Was it OPN? I think it was OPN. I can't remember. Like it was like on Sunday last week or something. It was like the next day I woke up and like jumping on the stream and I'm like, I saw your name in the chat. I believe. Unless there's somebody else out with the same channel name. Doug has been double Doug there. To the point, yes. To the point, yes. And let's speak about that because there was something that I put in like a community post a week ago, which was some like turning some of the emojis that we use in the live stream, and I put like 4 choices for maybe turning them into merch, and one of them was the double Doug dare because I knew that was sort of people mention it all the time, and so I put that in there with others, and it's leading right now. Like obviously that poll sort of never ends, but right now it's leading, and so I did upload 2 of the designs to my Spreadshop account, so they're actually available. You know what? I didn't even tag them, but I could probably do that live. Just so you know that I actually do now have the double Doug dare up there. So if I go into tagging products and then go in and scroll until I see one, it should be there. I saw it all approved. It wasn't approved as of last week's stream. The other one that I put up was I love live streaming emoji because I think that's pretty cool, sort of generic, sort of cross-platform. Oh look, there it is on a hat. There it is on a hat. Let me just plug that out. Tag the product just so you can see what it looks like. I'm actually going to I'll just put a men's shirt up there as well, just because I just saw it on a shirt. I got on a few other things. I think the stickers are cool too. I think it comes up cool as a sticker, so I'm going to save that. I'm going to put that up, and I'm going to pin one of these. I'll pin the. Should I pin the shirt or the sticker? I think it's easier to see the design. Actually, I did the sticker. It's easier to see the design. So I've just pinned the double Doug dare sticker, but there's also, if you go in, there's also like shirts and caps and mugs and, you know, all the usual merch stuff. Now, unless you're really keen, don't hold off on buying something, because next weekend, or towards the end of this week, this coming week, I think from the 22nd onwards, I believe there's going to be like a 15% off sale. So don't do your purchase straight away if you happen to be interested in Double Doug Dare. Now, the other one that I put up was the I Love Live Streaming, which is also will be over on the, you'll be able to find it over there. But yeah, it's all good. So just to let you know, though, I didn't address it in last week's show because I wasn't able to get it up and approved before the stream. But now that it sort of just was mentioned to me when we were talking about the Double Doug Dare thing. Yeah, OPN. Yeah, I thought it was OPN. I'm like, OPN. Because, you know, they're just, like, I could drive 15 minutes and I could go visit where they film out at the airport, because I'm like, I'm not that far from the airport. So, yeah. So that's good. It's good to know. It's a small world. Oh, the old updating the Stream Deck. Yeah, I've got my Stream Deck here with all my buttons. Sometimes I push them. Sometimes I click on the screen. It's just what happens. Jerry's here. Welcome, Jerry. Good to see you. Oh, do you have to refresh the stream to see it? I thought it comes up when I pin it. Like if I change the pin. It says pin products automatically. What does that do? Oh, it's going to rotate through the three. They're all Double Doug Dare. I'll just let them rotate. They're going to rotate between the three that I collected. So yeah. You know what? I've been meaning to one day when I have time on a Sunday, because I know that they're pretty much out there Sunday afternoons, and sometimes usually Fridays, and you can sometimes know that they're going to be out there, so you can sort of plan. But yeah, one day I'll get around to get myself out there to say hi. The only, probably the main thing is I probably don't want to like stay put it, you know, go park the car and pay the exorbitant parking fees out at the airport. So I work on a plan. Anyway, let's hit the topic of today. So let's jump to all my screens here, and so I can get, so just as a reminder, there was no Creator Insider video again this week. So that's like the first 3 weeks of, well, we'll say the first 2 weeks, because I wouldn't have expected them to do anything the first week, because that was technically, yeah, we've only had, I think, 2 Tuesdays since the beginning of the year, so we're about to hit our third, I believe. All right, let's move that for a second. All right, so no Creator Insider this week, so there's no points to talk about there. But over on Twitter, they also posted it on Threads, I noticed, and a couple other places, so probably on all the socials. The YouTube creators account posted the following. And it's basically like just a little graphic sort of walkthrough of getting started as a YouTube creator. So, which is, you know, at the beginning of the year is good timing. People make resolutions about wanting to make content, start to become YouTube, maybe drop shorts, maybe drop regular content, maybe live stream, whatever it is that they like to do. And so YouTube put just like a little infographic guide to getting started as a YouTube creator. I thought, let's go through this and you know, all of us, probably most of the people here have already, you know, we've already been in it for a while, or, you know, for a little bit of time at least. So a lot of this stuff we may have heard, but it's good to go back and sort of just get a few reminders along the way as to what, you know, what we need to be doing and so forth. So we're gonna walk through this. Before we get started, I just gotta. Okay. Livestream consultant says, I'm definitely getting the hat to wear at Vid Summit. Hey, knock yourself out. Yeah, just wait till next weekend. So I'll do a reminder next stream. but there will be a 15% off, I believe. I believe that next one is 15% off on Spreadshop. So if you get one now, you're paying full price. So I thought I'd better mention that. All right. Did I miss anything else before we get going? Pop in stream. Yeah, if a member drops it, it's going to get highlighted. Absolutely. You've been here for a minute? Yeah, I've been here for a minute too. There is. And I know Eileen mentioned the algorithm just before one of her chat messages. All right. Let's hit the first page to get started. And of course, this is something that probably, we know already. How do I start creating on YouTube? We've got to create an account on YouTube using a Google account, which makes sense. Got to have a Gmail, Google account. Everything's connected. If you sign up, if you have a Gmail account or Google account, then you can have a YouTube channel. You can use Google Docs. You can use, all the Google services. And then once you've created the channel, you can start uploading content. And they suggest that good places to start would be uploading up to 3-minute shorts or just videos. Obviously, it's a video platform. So that's pretty basic stuff. Hopefully everybody knows that going in, that it's a video platform. So I'm just showing you all of them in order. So some of this is pretty basic, but some of it is interesting at the same time. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes. How do I grow my channel? Now it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool as a checklist or a summary. It says create videos your audience will love. Now that's a good start if you want to grow. Like if you just want to post videos for your own benefit, then you don't have to worry about whether someone's going to like it. But most people who are uploading, with some sort of intention to grow, you really need to consider the audience. And and at the start, if you're starting like somebody who might see this for the first time and they're starting, it's like, well, do I really, do I really need to pay attention to audience? How do I know who my audience is? That's a whole topic in itself, and we could probably dive deeper on that if anybody wants to dive deeper on that. Probably do a whole show on finding your audience or understanding your audience or deciding who your audience is, because you can look at it from different angles. But here's the checklist. This is interesting. They put this one first. Your title, description, and thumbnail should accurately represent your content. So what are they saying? They put this very first. Don't clickbait. The first piece of advice on growing a channel is don't clickbait. This is very interesting. The next one is grab attention in your first few seconds of your video. So having like an interesting intro or hook at the start that sort of tells people, yeah, you're in the right place that matches the title, the thumbnail. You're in the right place, but you at the same time want to grab attention and keep them wanting to. Okay, this is interesting. I will keep watching, because we want to get people past the point of saying, I don't know what this video is about, or this video is boring, or whatever, and then they leave early. That's what we're trying to avoid. The third piece of advice I give is use hashtags, playlists, cards, and end screens to keep the viewers hooked. Now, they don't really explain how to do that. But basically all these is giving them opportunity to go and watch more of your same content. So if you're using any of these features, hashtags, playlists, cards, end screens, you want to actually be using them in a way that keeps people on your channel or watching your content. The biggest one that you could potentially lose people to is hashtags, because if you use a generic hashtag, it takes them to a very generic. I think we talked about this in the last week or two. If you use a very generic hashtag, it takes people to a very generic search list of every single video that has ever used that hashtag, and it could be millions of videos, and you'll get lost in there. So if you use a hashtag, use it the way that I mentioned, even when we talked about it. Make hashtags unique to you. It's a hashtag, like I use Doug Hewson YT, so then pretty much most videos in there should be my own videos, and then therefore I'm keeping people on my content. Playlists, we put playlists together. We can point people to a playlist on a topic that is all our own content, preferably. It doesn't have to be. But if you can you should really put your as much of your own content as possible into a playlist that you're sharing on a video or sharing in the community post or however you share that. Cards are things you can people can click on in the video. You can point people to them. They usually pop up in the corner here, and it could be a little circle with an eye in it. Sometimes they put them, if you're on desktop, it puts them on at the bottom of the description, underneath the description, and you click on that eye, it takes you down, it shows you all the links to all the cards for that video. So make sure that if you're sharing a video, make sure it's one of your own, and it's one that's sort of related to the topic. And the same with end screens. If you're suggesting and the next video people should watch, make sure it's a related topic to that video, or you can explain why they should go to that video next as you close a video. So if you can keep people on your content, that's where we're talking about keeping viewers hooked. So I think this is pretty good, like basic information. And sometimes we may get lax on some of the, like number 3, or we forget to really grab attention at the beginning of our video. So some interesting things there. One important topic people these days is, how do I make money on YouTube? So we're going to talk about that. I see the chat's ticking and ticking, so let me just scope through this really quick before I just keep going on the content. Everybody's talking about what would Larry's here. Home Rapid Repair. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Did I miss Greg? I miss Greg. Greg's here. Greg, also a fellow aviation stream watcher. Hashtag blue shorts. Oh yeah, Doug Hewson YT shorts and hashtag double Doug dare. Chantel says, I'm not surprised they picked that for number 1, which we're talking about if I go back. About not clickbaiting, basically. Yeah, because they did recently talk about, in India at least, cracking down on egregious clickbait. That will definitely roll out to, across the platform. It's not just an India thing, it's a everywhere thing. But that's just like, when they're enforcing something, they got to like start somewhere, and that's where they're starting. So, Eileen says, I did a few hashtag searches this week as I was prepping for a presentation from Amazon Influence Friends. Amazon Finds, Amazon Deals worked out good for me. Yeah. If you're targeting something very specific where you want to be part of a conversation, that's where hashtags can still be useful as well. It's not just, one use of them is to point people to your content, but also point people to content around a subject that you're like deeply talking about. And yeah, that can work as well. Absolutely. What's the best way to organize playlists? Oldest, newest, manually, most popular? What do you think? I think it depends on the content. If I would want it to be, there's a few different schools of thought, and I think they're all valid in different circumstances. You can do it like in ascending, descending order, as you say, oldest to newest, newest to oldest. If the order doesn't really matter, except for maybe the upload order, because that's what you're doing is putting it in upload or reverse upload order. I don't know that if you don't need it to be in any order, then that's as good a option as any. Maybe you want to take somebody through a story or take somebody through something in a sequence. So you did a playlist that's a series, or it's in a particular order for a reason, because you want people to progress. Then you want to put, like, the very first video is that first video, and then second video, third video, so that they watch it in order. They get the information in the right order, the order that you want them to get it. Sometimes when it's like a dedicated series or something like that, you might want to do it that way. I just want to pull that up again. It disappeared off the screen. Now, the most popular, that is suggested purely from a growing your channel point perspective, where the order doesn't really matter, but you want people to, you want to like become like a playlist for watch time in particular. You want the most popular and most watched ones first, because people will stick around for those more likely based on the history of the video than if it was like in an order where some of your ordinary sort of non-performing videos appear first and they might not get to that one. And so, you know, these things can happen. So putting in popularity order is definitely just a watch time play, in my opinion, or a getting people to stay on your platform, on your channel longer. So it's like a session time, watch time sort of play for a playlist. Yeah, I haven't seen I haven't gone looking, but yeah, I haven't seen too many videos on Amazon Live. Or I know they're out there for sure. If I went looking for them, I'm sure I'll find them. But I don't get them coming up in my feed, even though, you know, I do watch Amazon content from time to time. So it hasn't really maybe learnt that, or there's not a lot that they consider as worth sharing with me. So it could be like more videos on that topic could do well, possibly, if there's interest amongst creators and entrepreneurs and different things. There should be some interest in there, in my opinion. Okay, we need to hit this next one, don't we? I'm going to take that off and stop looking at the chat. How do I grow my channel? Create videos you love. Oh, hang on. Create videos your audience will love. I know that's the previous one. We went back and looked at that. It's how do I make money from YouTube? Creators who are eligible can apply for the YouTube Partner Program, which most people here should know that is, there's two levels, but the basic fan funding level, where you can see at the bottom there, it says Super Chat, Super Stickers, channel memberships, and so forth. And even some of the shopping aspects. What you'll find is, and I'm about to press a button in a second. I'll wait for the alert to play, because it's going to play in my ears. And here we go. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super tube spanner in the house, dropping 50 GBP, the Great British Pounds. Keep doing what you do. Thanks for all you do for the community. Thank you so much, Daniel. Good to catch up with you at Vid Summit this year as well. That was fun. Looking at a sneak peek behind the scenes of Tube Spanner. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't know about Tube Spanner, there's a link in the description. I can take you to Tube Spanner and sort of get an idea. I've got a feeling there's quite a few people in the chat that probably already using Tube Spanner, but if you're interested, go check it out. It's got a lot of useful tools for creators. For making, for preparing and planning your content, a whole bunch of things. You could help you with titles, help you thumbnail, help you with scripting, all that sort of stuff, and more. Huge planning, content planning, everything. Okay, I'm jumping back to the topic. So I was going to say the 500 subscribers for fan funding level, and I believe it's 3,000 hours of watch time, will get you in that fanfare where you can start doing super chats on live streams, just like that super chat there, super stickers, channel memberships. When you get to 1,000 subscribers and have like logged 4,000 hours of watch time in 365 days, then you can like activate ads, you know, the ad revenue tier, the AdSense tier. And so you can have ads play on your content and you earn ad revenue. So most people should know that. If you have any questions about that in more detail, we can circle back to that. But that's like the main overview for the basic sort of monetizing on platform. We're talking purely about on platform. My teleprompter was crooked just enough for it to be noticeable. There we go. Let's see what's going on here in the chat before we go to the next slide. Boom. Absolutely. I was going to say, do I have a GIF that's like a spanner? But then that's that's probably a link. Was it a link? I'm looking at chat, can't see it. Anyway. Absolutely. Ooh. I ran ads on a live stream last year, mid-roll type stuff. My community was not impressed. Yeah, I have mine off. And YouTube, like every time you set up a live stream in the back end, it pops up like a banner saying, "Hey, you can earn up to 25% more ad revenue per stream if you turn mid-roll ads on your live stream." You can set the frequency, but I have mine set for manual, so they're only ever going to play if I manually hit the button, the trigger one. So like if I had to do like run out of the studio for a second and had to do like a be right back screen, then I could trigger an ad while my be right back screen was on, so that you at least, you know, it's while you're not missing any of the crucial information or discussion from the screen. So yeah, yeah, you can set it for like timings that are like fairly wide apart, but you know, the thing is to gauge like your audience's like willingness to, you know, to just stick around if they pop up on streams. Like I've been on some streams where they pop up every now and then. Sometimes I've been on streams where they pop up every like 10 minutes easily. Sometimes every 30 minutes or something like that. So yeah, if it's on my list, it should work. So I'd have to check that. It is in the description anyway. Tom Nash in the house, by the way. Doug is solid advice. If you're new, please pay attention. I learn from the best. Learn from the best. Mr. Tom Nash, thank you so much. All right, let's go to the next screen. We need to go to the next screen. All right. Yeah, this is even, we're not even on the algorithm one yet, but this is how do I promote my videos? This one. I'm going to answer this because I just saw it pop up. What's your sense on mid-rolls? For live streams, I try not to. Like, I don't. For this particular stream, doing this stream, I don't do mid-rolls. Definitely let them play. They play at the start or whatever on the live streams. I don't do that. But if it's a regular video, so more than 8 minutes where you're eligible for mid-rolls, yeah, I leave them in. I generally don't set them. At one point, I was going in and setting them every now and then, but I just let YouTube do its thing, basically with mid-rolls. On my content, I've never had any comments about excessive mid-rolls or anything like that. I know sometimes you can look at the thing and you can see there's all these mid-roll points in there, but they don't use every single one of them on a single viewer, because one time I think I looked at one recently where they were like 2 minutes, like a minute, 2 minutes apart. They were like really close together, but I know that they'll play one or the other, but not both, because they're so close together. If that first one played, they're not going to play the second one. Like, oh, just bump that. But if they play the first one, then they're not. Yeah, play the first one, not going to play the second one. But if they don't play the first one, they might play the second one. But because they're so close together, they're not going to play both. Like YouTube isn't silly. They know the tolerance. They actually use AI to judge the tolerance of each viewer. So a viewer might be more tolerant, have more tolerance for more ads, and some will have less tolerance, so they show less ads. All right, let's jump on this. How do I promote my videos? And it says get the word out there. So first of all, they're suggesting this: off-platform, promote your videos on socials and relevant communities, podcasts, or platforms that align with your content and your intended audience. So yes, you can share it. You can share it on your socials. That's fine. Because usually people who are on your socials, if your social is about your channel, like mine is, I don't use Doug Hewson, I use Doug Hewson YT. It's based on my channel. So if I'm talking on there, I'm usually talking about YouTube stuff, YouTube news, interacting with people on creator-related topics. So that's sort of what I do if I'm on X or something like that. So that's you know, people who are following me are more likely interested in that anyway. So I don't mind, like, if I share, that's where I'll definitely drop it in there when I drop a new video. Relevant communities, communities like could be Facebook groups or other forums where it's topically relevant for the stuff that you do on your channel, and B, it's allowed. Of course, some of those groups don't allow self-promotion and different things, so you have to like gauge whether that's a place that actually allows you to do that. But if they do, and you're not being spammy about it, then that might be a good thing. And I think a good way of doing it is if somebody asks a question, that you have a video that directly answers it or directly helps them with their answer to their question, then maybe that's the time to share it, rather than just, hey, I've got a new video. It's like, here's a video that directly answers your question. Now, podcast is interesting because, like, obviously if you're a guest or you have your own podcast, you can direct people to your YouTube channel at any time. Could be a particular video if you talk about a particular subject on the podcast. And then platforms that align with your content, the content of your intended audience. That sort of goes back to what we're talking about with communities. It has to be a place that's relevant to the topics of the videos that you put out. Now, they talk about promoting on YouTube as well, using tools like cards and end cards, which we already mentioned just before on the other screen. So community posts, great place to promote your content. I would like not just do only here's my new video on you every single time, because that becomes like, if you promoted every community on every new video on the community post every single time, and you don't do anything else on the community post in particular, then that becomes like, I'm not really interested in community posts, because all you're doing is promoting the video that I can already find on your channel because I happen to be your subscriber or happen to be getting suggested your content already. But then your posts come up and they're just telling me about the video that I've already watched, or the video that I was about to go watch anyway, or maybe, you know, it could be like over the top. So at least use community posts in a manner where if you are going to promote a video, make sure you're using the other features as well along the way. So it's just more of a, I am talking to my community, I'm doing polls and quizzes and keeping people updated with what's going on sort of behind the scenes. Make sure you're doing like a combination of that and not just using it solely for promoting your videos. So we're using some of those on-platform tools to drive viewers to a specific piece of content. Oh, the follow up to the stance on mid-rolls, retention versus exactly. Like driving is driving a number of people away or people clicking off quicker worth the extra ad revenue. It's like, and you can make that decision, because some people like ad revenue might be more of your focus. I want to, you know, maximize revenue along the way, and I don't mind if I alienate a few viewers. If that's the way you feel, that's cool. So let's see if there's anything here before we get to the next one, which I believe is the one that could be the one on the algorithm. Absolutely. I sometimes forget to use them as often as I should. So I agree with that. They're underrated. Absolutely. Yeah. The superpower with community posts is if you use them regularly and people engage with them, that shows YouTube that person who like clicked on it, answered a poll, commented, whatever, that they've recently interacted with your channel, so they're more likely to be shown in the recommendation system, in on the homepage, or in suggested your next video when you upload it. So they're more likely to be included in the group of people that gets initially tested against, which is usually a selection of your subscribers, people who've recently interacted with your channel. Yeah, polls and quizzes do really well. They get a little bit more engagement. So make sure you're always like dropping them regularly for sure. I like doing them. I actually really like the quizzes. So sometimes when I think of a really interesting question, I'll drop that, because it's like more of a, I'm teaching you something at the same time, because I'm it's a multiple choice answer, but then I'm telling you what the correct answer is and telling you the reason why it's the correct answer. So quizzes can be really powerful. All right, next question. Or card, I should say, the next card. How does the algorithm work? Okay, we've got a bit of a diagram. So when we're saying this is like a diagrammatic or a infographic, then this is where we're getting really infographic. We're going to read the bit in the middle first. Our search and discovery systems are built to find videos that match viewers' interests and recommend videos based on things such as, and then we're looking at the ones around the circle. So matching viewers' interests, see how that's highlighted? So the search and discovery systems isn't trying to find a viewer for your video, they're trying to find videos for viewers. So I'm going on YouTube, say I'm a viewer, I'm going on my phone, and I'm going, yeah, I want to watch something on my phone. Maybe I'll watch some shorts or whatever. I open up my YouTube app, and it's opening, and it shows me that Nick Nimmon's about to stream, and I could be, oh, that's interesting. That's something I'm interested in. So yeah, maybe that's good. This is just on the homepage right now. It's showing me a video by Linus Tech Tips. Maybe that's something I want to watch, and I'll probably come back and watch it, or I could click on it straight away. Then I don't know why it showed me that video. Sometimes it can be like a little off base or bleed from somewhere else that I found. It's just showing me random stuff all of a sudden. There's one there from Snazzy Labs. I like a few tech videos, so it knows that I'm likely a good candidate for watching this video because from Snazzy Labs I watch his content all the time, and so it's trying to find something for me to watch at this time. Let me tell you a story. Every day at work, when I go to work and I'm having lunch, I'm looking for something to watch, and I usually try and watch something from Linus Tech Tips whilst I eat my lunch break, because these videos are like 18-20 minutes, and then if there's a new video at that time, when I open it up on my phone in my lunch, I'm in the lunchroom, usually one of the first ones in the home feed is the most recent or one of the recent Linus Tech Tip videos, because it knows that at that time every day when I'm at work, I'm going to want to watch a Linus Tech Tips video if I haven't already watched it, and I purposely don't watch them until I save them for watching at that time, and it already puts it front and center for me when I open up the YouTube app. So that's like an example of matching viewers' interests. So it's doing that based on what your audience watches. You can see at the top how much time they spend watching your content. So is what they like and dislike. So it's based on all the things that the viewer is looking for. So that, I might be interested in tech. I might be interested in plane spotting. I might be interested in how YouTube works. Different things. So I'll have like vast different things that I like to watch that I'm interested in. So it's gonna pick videos for me based on those interests, in the sense of things I've liked and disliked along the way. Like I've given things thumbs up. Like if I like it, I'm probably going to drop a thumbs up. I don't always do that with all content, but certain content I'm always mindful of dropping a like if I like it. I tend not to use dislikes unless I'm really like annoyed by the video in some way, and then I'll drop a dislike. And the other thing is satisfaction surveys. And so YouTube actually asks viewers from time to time, that video you just watched a couple of videos ago, this one here called such and such, and they'll give you like a multiple choice sort of quick little multiple choice survey as to how satisfied you were with that video. Did you really enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Was it great? Was it not real good? And so they'll do some testing of videos, how people enjoyed it based on these satisfaction surveys. At the bottom it says focus on making videos that will resonate with your audience. There's a bit of a theme in here from some of the other cards about following the audience, resonating with the audience. Use YouTube analytics to get performance insights and to inform future video strategies. So when we've got enough data on a particular video, we can go in and have a look and see how that performed, which can tell us things about how we put our video together, how well we did, how good a job we did at reaching the right audience, and how satisfied in certain ways. We're not going to see the satisfaction surveys, but we see like the average view duration. We see how often people clicked per, you know, how many clicks per impressions and different things, and we can sort of base hypotheses on how that video performed, and then we can use that to implement making more of the right topics, working on our titles and thumbnails to get them a little bit more tight and reaching people better, and how we actually build our videos, edit, how we put it together, how we tell a story, how we convey information, how we entertain. We can learn things from the analytics over time, and that takes practice, and that takes repeated looking at that without being overwhelmed, like just checking in on videos and trying to figure things out over time. Don't try and figure things out the day after a video goes up. You can check to see how it's performing, but it's like not the be all and end all. Some videos can fall flat at the start. Like I'm putting my hand up here. I've had videos fall flat in the start, but 30 days later, 60 days, 90 days later, it's maybe like a 2 or 1 of 10 sort of video, because over time YouTube's found the right audience for it, and people have found it in search. That's a popular search query. It's a popular topic that's being searched after, and because I've accrued data on my videos, it starts ranking in search, and not only YouTube search but Google search. All right, I'm going to jump back into the chat. Let's see. Okay. Greg has a question. Can you shed some light on how gifted memberships are actually handed out? I get one almost daily, yet a friend who watches and chats as much as I do never gets one. Yeah, the information on this has sort of flipped around a bit, and YouTube has sort of changed things behind the scenes in the sense of, first, you've got to be eligible to receive a gifted membership. So now when you opt in, you're actually opting in globally. So you could be picking up gifted memberships from any channels that you watch, because you've opted in globally. So if you've opted in, then you are going to start picking up gifted memberships from channels that you've interacted with, basically. And you don't, and particularly for live streams, because this is where it's popular and where you see it happen the most, is if a lot of memberships are being gifted. Like I've seen, I know, we mentioned earlier, we were talking about with the Wanderer AUS, we're talking about OPN. Some people in there sometimes will drop 50 gifted memberships at times, and so there'll be like 50 and another 20 and another 50 and another 10 and number 5 and one here and another 50. And so that's a lot of people to go out to. And so YouTube has some sort of, we'll call it an algorithm, because that's effectively what it is, of ranking people. Okay, if someone's already got a membership already, then obviously they don't need to be gifted one. If somebody's got an active gifted membership, they don't need to be gifted one. And so then it looks at how people have interacted with that particular YouTube channel. Have they been just like, are they just lurking in the live stream? Are they actually commenting in the live stream? Are they commenting on other videos on the channel? Have they watched a lot of content recently? And all those factors factor into maybe like a ranking. Is like, well, the next 5 gifted memberships are going to go to the top people on the list. And so they're working down like a list of potential people to give memberships to. So if there's a lot being gifted, then a lot of people pick them up. Like I can tell there's a couple of aviation channels where I'm not actually paying for a membership, but I continually pick up, each month I continually pick up a gifted membership, just because I'm like, lurking in the live stream sometimes. Some of them I don't comment a lot on. Some of them I comment a little bit more on. Some of them I'm talking to people on. Sometimes I just have it on while I'm doing something else. So certainly I'm triggering something in, like, just by watching, being a viewer on the channel, that once my gifted membership expires on that channel, that I'm probably somewhere in that list to be gifted another one. I don't know if I go in up near the top again once I'm ungifted, once the gifted runs out, but how YouTube does that, they don't really tell us, but it's based on all those factors about like different interactions with that channel. So it could be commenting on a community post. It could be watching a video, commenting on a video, liking a video, the fact that you're subscribed or not, all those things. I think if you're subscribed, that's one that definitely will probably get you up there quicker. Because a lot of, particularly some of the streams that I'm on, sometimes it'll be subscriber only for the chat. So to even interact in the chat, you have to be a subscriber. So that instantly puts people sort of in that zone to receive gifted memberships by being a subscriber, by just interacting with the channel. Yeah, there is a weird thing with brand accounts or channels, and I don't really, it doesn't really, I don't understand it, because like my channel's a brand account. I can't gift, I can't the channel that I like just generally watch content for, I certainly can receive gifted memberships on that. I don't know if I've received a gifted membership on this channel though. Like if I'm viewing from this channel, I don't think I've received a gifted membership because this is a brand channel. So, but they're on the same Google account effectively. But that channel is more of a viewing channel, even though it's associated with the thing. It's the way the channel's set up. It's not actually a brand channel. It's just a viewing channel. It's like more like a personal channel, I guess you could call it. So yeah, how the whole gifted memberships when it comes to brand accounts is very confusing. I know it's one of the reasons why I can't gift like the 10, because every channel should technically have 10 gifted memberships to give away for free every month. So like they're not going to earn anything from it, but they can give them away to people. But they're allocated the same way as regular gifted memberships. Because I've got a brand account, I've never, for the last year since it came out, I haven't even been able to give those 10 away each month to people. I just can't do it. I just can't do it because you can't do it from a brand account. It's really weird. It's really weird. All right, let me see if there's anything else in here. Get caught up in chat. There's a lot of chat. I've had a membership on a channel going on 2 years now. I get it. Yeah, I've got a couple like that. I got a couple, and most of them are like the plane spotting channels, ones that I'm not necessarily like. Some I've got paid memberships with, and some they just because I swing by and watch a little bit of them here or there, or may have them on in the background. Then I'm always picking up gifted memberships on them. All right. Yeah, definitely. And I'm ready for repair. Dropping in. I've got to look at on YouTube because this one's not telling me. But you've been a member for 13 months. So Larry, Home Rapid Repair, been a Houstonati Max member for 13 months. That's up there. It's up there for the max. That's for sure. And also, Greg's dropped the gifted membership after talking about gifted memberships. So, hang on, I should be playing my. You know what? I didn't play the milestone. That wasn't a milestone message. That was anyway for the gifted. And thank you for gifting the memberships. Thank you for gifting that membership, and it went to Snooks. So Snooks, if you see this after the fact, or you're happy to be lurking in the stream, congratulations! You've got a 1 month gifted membership courtesy of Greg. All right, I think we're near the end of these cards that we're going through. A 2025 wish list includes being able to gift memberships to my mods. Yeah, we suggested that when it was announced a year ago, and it's been radio silent since. So we will, when the opportunity comes, we will be recommending that. Recommending that. Fix the whole gifted membership thing when it comes to brand accounts, because yeah. All right. The final card is just a thank you. It says good luck for your YouTube journey. We can't wait to see what you create. It says save this post for future reference. So this was posted, as I mentioned, on the YouTube creator account on Twitter, X, I should say, Threads, and probably some other places as well. But I saw them on both platforms. So this is an interesting sort of infographic series that you could go through as a little bit of a reminder, as they say, save for future reference. Some information there that could be beneficial to brand new creators, sometimes as reminders to us existing creators as well. And when they say good luck for your YouTube journey, they're not saying that YouTube is purely luck. They're just wishing you well. It's a way of wishing you well. So if anybody who's likes to play word salad, like sovereign citizens or something like that, then this isn't saying that the algorithm is about luck. It's not saying that at all. So I thought I'd drop that because I've heard people say it's all luck because my content never gets shown to people. And no, it's not because of luck or bad luck or YouTube hates you. It's none of that. All right, let's get back to our main screen. We're back. It's been a while since we've been here. And just to remind everybody, you're watching Creator Breakfast Live. Let's put the logo back up. We're in that zone already. It's 11:32 p.m. here, and I'd like to remind everybody that there's a live stream coming up in 28 minutes from now. Nick Dimon will be live. I'm assuming Dee will be with him as well. It's Dimon Live, back answering your YouTube questions. So make sure you join in 9 a.m. Eastern today. It is a live show. It is not a premiere. It is a live show this week. So make sure you're back. Nick's back from Dubai. I'm sure he'll tell us all about it. And stay tuned for that. And while we're talking about that, as always, Chantel goes live 6 p.m. Eastern every Sunday, or that's 9 a.m. Australian Queensland time on Monday morning, or 10 a.m. if you're down south. And I'm planning on being back next week. This time next week, same bat time, same bat channel, as they say. So yeah, drop that. Let's see what's happening in the chat again, because I think we need to. Because I'm trying to be on time today and be organised.
It's the last call.
It's the last call, which means it's the last part of the show where it's your last chance to drop a question, make a comment, bring up a topic you might want to discuss really quick. And there it is. Oh, wrong way. There it is. I don't know how to do that. It's always mirrored on me. I'm looking at myself, but I'm not looking in a mirror. It's not mirrored. Drink some water. Absolutely. Now. Yeah, I gotta say, live streaming's kept me going in the past 12 months as like getting out regular content. I think I talked about it last week, but yeah, live streaming is good. Shellscraper says, I believe we make our luck. The harder I work, the more I put myself out there, the luckier I get. That's right. What's that saying? Preparation. No, luck is preparation, where preparation meets opportunity. So if you're prepared and an opportunity comes up, you're placed well to take advantage of that opportunity. But if you don't do any preparation, if you're never prepared to take ownership or to take a hold of an opportunity and let it go by, then that's like one instance where something might have happened, but it didn't because you didn't take the opportunity. Which is why we've got to keep uploading, keep streaming, keep creating, because we're creating opportunities and we're preparing ourselves along the way because we're getting better. Every video by video, we're getting better. There he is. Larry said it. Preparation meets hard work. Preparation meets opportunity. You can say it a whole different bunch of ways. That's it. it takes a bit of work, and when you put in the work, that's the preparation, and then you just got to be prepared to jump on opportunities as they come up. I'm glad I could help Jerry remind himself he's got to have breakfast before next stream. So thank you, thank the last call for that. Chantel, what are you saying? What are you saying? Don't say that. Greg has a question. Have you met any more folks that have been demonetized? I've got a few people who have quite recently too, in this last month or so, quite a few people jumping in on either my reused content video or the one where I used Cali Plains as the case study for the appeal process. Had more people jumping in and saying that they've had similar things happen. And sometimes I look at their channel and I think sometimes they are using reused content, but don't realize that hey, you can use it on YouTube, you can get by with it, but they're not going to monetize you. But I do come across some that swear the content's not clear and they just need to make that appeal video to show YouTube that that's how they make videos. So I'm not involved in as much as I was in Sal's case. I did have another guy I did a consult with, but it was more of a preemptive thing and sort of explaining it all to him before he started posting certain types of content that might get him triggered and different things. So I sort of laid out all the monetization pitfalls and stuff with that, including doing the appeal process if it was required, just in case. Ooh, yeah, I think I might have to get myself one. One before giveaway tools for Ecamm. Which would you recommend? StreamYard has a great giveaway tool. Yeah, I need to probably research some giveaway tools because StreamYard's is pretty good. Like people opting to spin the wheel. I know Nightbot had a basic one that just worked in the chat, but nothing sort of visual. Like at least with the StreamYard one, you could like just do the screen share and bring that up because they put it in like a nice browser window. I think there probably are some other tools out there, but I haven't researched them recently. I think that Streamlabs and even Stream Elements might have something built into either their alerts and overlay system or on the chatbot side. And so some of this stuff that people have had for years where it works in the chat, where, you know, using commands. So right now I don't have a perfect one. I think it's EVMux if you're like using something other than StreamYard. If you're using, say, EVMux instead, I think they've got something that you can use as something similar, but it doesn't. I think it's a little bit more janky than StreamYard's. So through Ecamm, anything that you can bring as a browser source, and maybe people can also interact with in the chat. So it would probably be something like one of Streamlabs or Stream Elements features. There are probably other services that do that as well, but I do definitely need to research that as a topic. So yeah, I think we both need to research that. All right, trying to get caught up on the chat now. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Bring big creator energy, like just bring it. Quoting The Rock, just bring it. The Social Stream Ninja have a giveaway tool. They do. I just haven't dabbled with it. That's why it sort of was not on my mind. So that's interesting. I'm going to check that out because that'd be the one I'd check out first because I'm already using the service. Figure out how that works. I'm going to figure out how that works as a note to remember for me. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think I've reached the bottom of the chat. And so what I'm going to do, we've got 20 minutes till Niman Live, and I would like to prepare myself because I'm probably going to move location. I'm not going to be modding from the studio, which means I got to pack this down, go upstairs, make a coffee, and jump on my laptop. And so I can be there on time on Niman Live to mod and do all the things that I do in the background. So I hope everyone has a great week, and I hope to see everyone there. Don't forget, everybody will roll over to the pre-chat of the stream once I'm done, because, you know, redirect and all. I never fail to redirect. If the stream's available, I will redirect. So yeah, so hopefully we'll see. We'll definitely see Nick. Hopefully we'll see D as well. We'll be able to catch up on what's going on in the world of the Nimmons. So I hope you all have a good one. I hope you all have a good one. And as a final word, what I usually say when I finish a video is, I'm Doug, and I'll catch you later.